Good day, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Volume of a Rectangular Prism. That's right, today we're going to be talking about how to find the volume of a rectangular prism, like the one we have here. Now, first of all, what is volume? Well, volume's just counting up how many cubes it takes to fill up a space, so how many cubes do you think are going to fit in that space right there? You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, you could count them all up, but it kind of gets confusing. So they've actually come up with a easier way of doing it rather than just counting up all the cubic units that will fit inside that shape. We can actually just multiply the length times the width times the height. So length times width times height. So we can look at this. How many cubes across is this? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the length. And then how wide is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 for the width. And then how high is it? 1, 2 for the height. So essentially, we can just do 6 times 4 times 2 to find out how many cubes are in this particular shape. So 6 times 4 is 24, and 24 times 2 gives us a volume of 48 units cubed. Now let's just double check, make sure we're right. Dun, 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 dun. That's right. Well, I guess this was in feet. My bad. So if we didn't know what measurement it was, we would say units, but obviously it says it's in feet. So let's go ahead and correct that. It's going to be 48 feet cubed. Now it's always raised to the third power because it's three-dimensional. We're talking about cubes here. Same thing here. We could count up all the cubes it takes to fill up this shape, but that can get confusing. Or we can simply do length times width times height. So let's go ahead and do length times width times height. So we have volume equals length times width times the height. Well, we have a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a width of 1, 2, so 5 times 2, and we have a height of 1, 2, 3. So 5 times 2 times 3 should give us the volume. 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 3 is 30. So we should have a volume of 30 feet cubed, and we do. So there you have it. Now that's going to work on pretty much any rectangular prism that you encounter, even if it doesn't have those fancy cubes that you can count up, because you can still see that we have a length of 7, that we have a width of 4, and we have a height of 3. And if we multiply those together, length times width times height will always give us the volume of a rectangular prism. So 7 times 4 is 28. And 28 times 3 is 84. So we should have a volume of 84 feet cubed. See if we're right? Boom! We're totally right. So let's keep going. Once again, volume equals length times width times height. So the length is going to be 8. We have a width of 6. And then we have a height of 2. So if we multiply those together, 8 times 6 is 48. And 48 times 2 is 96. We should have a volume of 96 yards cubed. Now, we changed from feet to yards, so got to watch those measurements each time. That's why it's yards cubed instead of feet cubed. Let's keep it going. So here's another example, rectangular prism. Volume equals length times width times height. So we have a length of 6. We have a width of 3. And then, of course, we have a height of 7. So 6 times 3 is 18. And 18, let me do this on my calculator because I don't know offhand. 18 times 7 is 126. So this should be a volume of 126 inches cubed. Now we're dealing with inches. We change the measurement again. Now, One more thing to know is if you're already given an area of one of the faces or the bases, you can just multiply that area by the dimension that is given. So in this case, we can actually take an area of 63 and we can multiply it by the length of 14, and we're still going to get our volume. So 63 times 14 gives us 882. So our volume should be 882 feet cubed, and it is. Once again, let's just drive this point home. If we're given an area as part of the information we're given of, in this case, the face is 15 yards squared, we can actually take that area and multiply it by, in this case, the length, 8 yards, and we should get our volume. So 15 times 8 gives us 120. So we're talking 120 yards cubed. And just to drive this point home one more time, we have an area of 90, and we're going to go ahead and multiply that by a height of 4, and 90 times 4 is going to give us 360, so it should be 360 inches cubed. Anyways, I do hope that was helpful to you. Best of luck in your math pursuits, and ta-ta. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume now.